Whatever. Whatever.
Oh, me? Oh, you want to know why I'm laughing? Well, it's because I'm watching my little brother, Brayden, stream on Twitch. If you want to check out his stuff, you can find him on twitch.tv, _Brayden, BRAYDENZZZ. Again, that is twitch.tv /the_Brayden ZZZ. Go check them out. Have a good laugh. But first, you need to watch our review of Offspring's Let the Bad Times Roll. Check it out.
And welcome back to the Simpleton Review. We're glad you're here. We are going to be talking about the Offspring's brand new album that's actually not really that new, but it is new, but it's not new. And you'll find out what I'm talking about here in just a minute. It is called Let the Bad Times Roll. It is the 10th studio album from American rock band The Offspring. It was released on April 16, 2021. It was produced by Bob Rock. It is the first record that was released on Concord Records, and it's their first studio album in almost 9 years. Days Go By was released in 2012, but it says it's the longest gap between two Offspring albums, but it was actually supposed to come out, I believe, in 2018. But it had a bunch of delays. Band members quitting, COVID-19, all that kind of stuff that actually delayed it to April of 2021. So here we are with the brand new Offspring album called Let the Bad Times Roll. Now, I really like the album cover. I think the album cover is really cool. Let's see what we think about the album. So, Charlie, let's start with you. What do you think of Let the Bad Times Roll by one of America's best punk rock bands, The Offspring?
So I thought this was very reminiscent of probably their most popular album is the one with Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
Americana.
Americana, yeah. So it had a lot of that vibe to it. A few little twists and turns in it, but very pumpy. Really simple lyrics. Nothing that is totally catchy and patterns are really easy to mimic and everything.
Right.
Kind of made me think of the Americana album when it first came out. I thought, oh my gosh, they have turned into Weird Al. Weird Al song. Because they went from straight skater pump to writing like Weird Al, and this one fits in with that with the simple lyric.
Yeah.
The guitar work is fantastic on it.
Yeah.
And in the Hall of the Mountain King. Oh, yeah. They did a good job with that song. That is probably my peak, even though it's such a short interlude. You at least gotta give that a spin.
Okay, good. Well, Lemuel, why don't you give us at least your 2 cents on this album?
My 2 cents. Like Charlie said, I did get a lot of Americana vibes from it. But part of that's Americana is like the main album from The Offspring that I listen to anyways, so that probably helps a lot for me. I liked In the Hall of the Mountain King. It felt like a little bit like filler. Like they did do a cool job with it, but I feel like for a pop punk group, it would have been really cool to see some other interesting things that they could have done with that. Because In the Hall of the Mountain King is a very widely covered song for some reason. I don't like. It's everywhere.
It's got to be the title. It's just an epic title, epic name. Yeah, everybody.
I think it's also like a really simple song, which helps a lot. Like if you don't know what to do, you can just play that. Anyways,
all right.
I did notice the Lullaby song for me was a little meh. I was like, all right, this is okay, I guess. But those are the most notes I really have on it.
Okay, very good. So this album to me is a tale of 2 albums, if you want to ask my opinion of this. And this is a review show, so we're asking my opinion of it. I would say the first 5 songs of this album do not sound like The Offspring very much at all. In fact, they are very generic, quite boring, and not very fun to listen to. Now, starting from number 6 on, you're listening to The Offspring. Those songs are catchy, they've got the grooves, and you can even recognize the guy's voice. In the first 5 songs, you can't even really recognize Dexter Holland's voice. It doesn't even sound like him for the most part. It does, but he sounds old, like Lemuel said earlier. It sounds old in those songs. But starting from 6, which is Coming For You, and then We Never Have Sex Anymore, is just like a stereotypical snarky Offspring song, right? and then Gone Away.
Swanky jazz kind
Yeah,
of.
right, exactly. Yeah, and the Opioid Diaries and all. They're just, those are Offspring songs. The first half of the album I could just do without, basically. And probably if I put it on my Spotify playlist, that's exactly what I would do. I would put 6 through 12, but I would not put 1 through 5 on there. Their piano version of Gone Away was actually really effective. I really liked it. It fit well as this piano ballad kind of thing. Compared to
It reminded me a lot of the Tears for Fears song that they redid for
Yeah.
it sounds a lot like that. So
I can't remember the name of that song, but I know exactly which one you're talking about.
It's
That's
one
the
that
thing.
which one?
All around me are familiar faces.
yes, Mad World. That's the name of the
Mad
song.
World.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So-
yeah.
But it was really good. It was
Yeah.
just like, boy, that was like really
It did
reminiscent.
feel
Well-
similar structurally.
But I mean, compared to the original version of that song, Gone Away, which is a really powerful punk rock ballad that song that they had, that was, a big song for them, and to change it into this really like, I mean, I kind of picture, Axl Rose sitting at the piano playing it or something, but it's not bad. Now, so having said that, I like it, but I only like it from track 6 on. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Right.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
I didn't think why it was driving me crazy, but yeah, you nailed it. The first 5 songs just don't. They're the generic. They kind of like took on some other sounds to incorporate. The kind of made me think more of Green Day.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I just kept saying, this is not Offspring. This is not the Offspring. This isn't Offspring. Finally,
Well,
I'm like
my
number
guess
6.
is
I'm
that
like,
they probably
there's
got-
the Offspring.
That's like the production crew got or the whoever was paying for it was like, well, why don't you try this to.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. I do want to point out an interesting thing. I clicked on Dexter Holland here because I wanted to find out a little bit more about this guy. This guy is crazy. Okay, this is the lead singer of The Offspring. And this guy, he, let's see, where's the find out? Holland was a doctoral student at the Laboratory of Viral Oncology and Proteomics Research, Keck School of Medicine, where he was supervised by such and such. He co-authored and published a paper in PLOS 1 regarding microRNA in HIV genomes, titled The Identification of Human MicroRNA-like Sequences Embedded with the Protein Encoding Genes of the Human Immunodeficiency Virus, which the original academic paper describes the use of computational molecular biological approaches to identify microRNA. This is the lead singer of The Offspring. He also...
That might be why they're called The Offspring, is because, it's like
what the heck? This guy is he's a freaking brain.
Genius.
Yeah. And then not only that, I didn't realize, but he started his own hot sauce in 2004 called Gringo Bandito Hot Sauce.
Gringo Bandito.
Yeah, it's actually you can buy it nationwide. You can buy it on Amazon. It's top ranked hot sauce on Amazon. It's available in 500 restaurants and 7,000 stores. It's just I just like, this guy's what? He's also a pilot. It's just like, why is he a lead singer of a punk rock band? It's like so antithesis to somebody who would be in a punk rock band. It's great.
You got to understand, when you're successful, it can afford all these habits.
He's a good point.
I guess. He did make the comment that he did not want to be a singer of a rock band by the time he turned 40. Well, I guess that changed. But, I mean, what is he? He was born in 1965, so I guess that makes him, That makes him 9 years older than me, so that makes him, 53 almost? Or 54, something like that? All right, yeah. So anyways, The Offspring. Go ahead, Lemuel, why don't you give me your score for The Offspring?
My score is a rough 3 out of 5. This, like you guys said, like the first few songs are a little rough and then it gets better, but I didn't particularly like Lullaby as much either for that. So, it is what it is.
Okay, sounds good. I'm going to give my score next. Look, I only like half the album, so I'm only going to get half the score. It's a 2.5 for me for The Offspring's new album, Let the Bad Times Roll. Charlie?
I'm also at a 2.5. It's definitely worth a good listen, but at the same time, you might find a few songs to repeat, but it's not going to be a ton of them.
That's fair. Okay, that's great. That's good synopsis, guys. Go check out the Offspring's brand new album, Let the Bad Times Roll, and let us know what you think of the album. We're totally open for critique. If you thought it was the best album since sliced bread,
Yeah, you
then let us know.
Simpletons suck. What are you thinking?
That's right. Let us know. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Simpleton Review. We're glad you decided to watch our video all the way through, and hopefully you didn't hear that coughing fit that I just had. Please check our website out at thesimpletonreview.com. We look forward to talking to you next week. I've got to sign off before I cough again. Bye-bye.